Hi everyone, my name is Manpreet Kaur. I am presenting today on the Hantavirus. So, what is the Hantavirus? The Hantavirus is a very rare virus. It comes from the order of the Bunyavirdae and the family of Hantavirdae. There are 5 species within this family, which are the Bunyavirus, the Flibovirus, the Nairovirus, the Tospovirus, and the Hantavirus. As you can see on the left hand of your screen, I have the family tree posted right there. On the right hand of the screen, I have an image of the Hantavirus under a microscope. So we'll be discussing key characteristics of this virus. Like its order, the hantavirus is made up of negative sense single-stranded RNA virus, though unlike the rest of its order, hantavirus is a rodent-borne virus. So the virus is an enveloped virus with a genome that consists of 3 single-stranded RNA segments, designated as small, medium, and large. So hantavirus replication takes place in the lungs and the kidneys via the endothelial cells and the macrophages. Like other viruses, the optimal environment for the hantavirus is a living being. Outside of a living host, the virus does not replicate. There are 2 types of diseases associated with the hantavirus. The hantavirus cardiopulmonary syndrome, also known as the New World hantavirus, and the hemorrhagic fever with renal syndrome, known as the Old World hantavirus. As you can see, there's a picture of the rodents known to carry hantavirus. So the deer mouse is known to carry hantavirus. House mouses, roof black rats, or Norway brown rats are not known to carry this virus. We will be discussing the differences between the Old World hantavirus and the New World hantavirus. I have an image of a map on my presentation which shows you the difference. The blue one is the New World, whereas the red is the Old World hantavirus. So the Old World hantavirus is primarily found in Europe and Asia. Annually, 150,000 to 200,000 cases are reported, from which 90% of the cases come from China. There is a mortality rate of upward to 12% of deaths associated with this virus, whereas the New World hantavirus is found in the Americas. Roughly around 300 cases are reported annually, of which a majority come from South America, specifically Brazil. The mortality of this virus is an upward of 35 to 50%. So the biggest difference between these 2 viruses is the mortality rate. As you can see, the Old World hantavirus has a lower mortality rate compared to the New World hantavirus. Also, another big difference is the Old World hantavirus has a lot more cases annually compared to the New World. So how is the virus transmitted? The virus is generally transmitted from rodent to human, but in the case of human to human, in the case of the Andes virus, it is transmitted human to human. So some high-risk situations in which one can be infected include infested structures or increased number of host rodents, handling mice without gloves, sleeping on the floor, specifically in an area that is rodent infested, keeping wild rodents as pets or research subjects, and plowing or planting without protective equipment. So on the left, the image present shows the route of transmission for this virus. We will be discussing signs and symptoms now. So the time of incubation for this virus is 1 to 8 weeks post-exposure. This is based on a small amount of cases reported on the hantavirus pulmonary syndrome, which is found in the Americas. So the early symptoms include fatigue and muscle ache, specifically in your large muscle groups. These 2 symptoms are 2 universal symptoms for the hantavirus. So Some other symptoms might be headaches, dizziness, chills, nausea, diarrhea, and abdominal pain. These symptoms are experienced by half of the Hantavirus pulmonary syndrome patients. So late symptoms appear about 4 to 10 days after the initial phase of the disease. These symptoms include coughing, shortness of breath, and pleural effusion. Some patients have stated that they feel like they have a tight band around their chest and feel suffocated, as if there was like a pillow on their face. For treatment and management, I found that there was no cure, no vaccine, or no specific treatment for this virus. If infected individuals, however, if individuals who are infected are caught and treated early on in the ICU, they may do better. Generally, being treated in the ICU entails oxygen therapy. They may need to be intubated. If the disease is caught later on in its later stages, the interventions may not be effective. So what you do with the treatment for this disease is you treat the symptoms of the disease itself, the symptoms of the disease, not the disease itself. So to end my presentation, I'll go over what I went over already. So hantavirus is a disease spread through rodents. There's two main types of hantavirus, the old world and the new world. So the old world hantavirus affects the renal system, whereas the new world hantavirus affects the cardiopulmonary system. The old world hantavirus is predominantly found in Europe and Asia. It has a lower mortality rate compared to its counterpart, the new world hantavirus. Not much is known about this virus in its natural environment or how long its viability is. This virus is very preventable and it's rare, especially in the Americas. So there is no treatment for the vaccines, no treatment for this virus, such as vaccines or anything else. What they do is they treat the symptoms of the disease if you do contract it. And catching it early on does show that the symptoms subside and it helps. So one of the key preventative measures of preventing yourself from getting the hantavirus is wearing proper equipment such as gloves and masks whenever you enter an area that's infested with rodents. Thank you so much. And